This is going to be a lot of fun. A chaos draft. I'm going to spin the wheel and draft players that way. All the father, son, and academy players are on the table, and there is going to be a lot of chaos, which we love. You're still allowed to have some fun, my goodness gracious me. And if this video can get 100 likes, I will do this again before draft night comes and before my official November mock draft. So I hope you enjoy. I will have the draft board up as well, but let's take you to the wheel and see how this is going to work. So we've got your defender, your midfielder, your ruck, your forward, all of that makes sense. You've got whoever Kaltumi or ESPN, and I've got those power rankings up the top of my screen, have in that spot. So if it's pick 9 and you get one of those, you have to take the guy at 9 in those power rankings. If that player is already off the board, then you just take the next available player there, no matter what. From there, you go to your KPP, so your key position players, who I think would be the worst possible fit, which would be fun. You have to take a father, son, or academy for that slot as well, and then trade. I have a random number generator from 1 to 25, and your pick just gets swapped with that one. Whatever else comes with that, you can live in your own imagination. But this is going to be really fun. I hope you enjoy. So pick 1. Let's go to the Eagles, and let's kick this off. Click to spin. Let's rock and roll. What are West Coast going to end up with? It'd be boring if they still get Dersma, by the way. Yeah, okay. So ESPN is definitely going to have Dersma at 1, I suspect. Let's just quickly go through and check that, because that's the last thing that I want to do is get this wrong. But I'm really confident that the last ESPN Power Rankings, Jasper here, doing a great job. Here, yep, still has Dersma at 1. West Coast still get Dersma at 1. How boring. I don't want to remove it. I just want to close it. West Coast still end up with Dersma at 1 for all of the reasons that we know about. Let's hope this gets better. But we stick with West Coast at 2. Let's see what the Eagles are going to do here. They still land Dersma, and they're going to have to take another defender, are they, or midfielder? Where's that going to slide to? I think that's a mid. Oh, boy. That opens up some interesting notions. Because a guy like Sullivan Roby I am deeming as a forward in this draft, I think the answer here is Dyson Sharp. I think that's the area that we are going to go to here. You could take Annabelle, actually. Ooh. Interesting. No, I still think Sharp is the better fit. That contested style of game, I think, would still suit the Eagles more. So they get away with it a little bit here, the Eagles. They still end up with Dersma and Dyson Sharp here at 1 and 2. That works out nicely for them. Let's go to the spin for Richmond at pick 3. Dersma and Sharp for the Eagles. Didn't have to trade either of them either, which is nice. But Richmond might have to go with a key position player or just the worst fit. Oh, it's the worst fit. Oh, who would be the worst fit at Richmond? Where have they already got a lot of players? Given how young they are, worst positional fit. This is interesting. Tall forward, because they took Fall, Armstrong, Thomas Sims. So do I have to give them? I think I have to give them Aiden Schubert here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with Aiden Schubert here. Worst fit, just because they've already got such a depth chart. I mean, I know they delisted Kaczynski, but they've still got Samson Ryan as a ruck forward option that they're still trialing out. So I think key forward might be where they're the most stacked. So Aiden Schubert here ends up at the Tigers. Holy moly. But we've got some chaos. This is what we want. Schubert to Richmond. It's never going to happen, but it makes it fun. Richmond's second pick at pick 4. Don't do worst fit again. Oh, now they got to trade it away. Oh, no. Okay, so Richmond have to trade it. So I'm going to go to the random number generator. I'm going to generate a number live. Whoever's got that pick is about to get pick 4, and then I will do the spin for them. So this is going to be interesting. So let's go to our random number generator. So 1, I'll make the max 23 here. And then let's go to generate. Who is going to get this selection? Okay, that doesn't actually work because we've already done pick 1 and 2 and 3. So let's regenerate. Pick 10. Who has, of course it's Hawthorn. Of course it is. I cannot wait for people to think this is rigged. So Hawthorn now get pick 4, and that means Richmond get pick 10. Yep, this is going to go well. Yep, this is going to look like I've set this up beautifully. All right. Hawthorn now at pick 4. Let's see how this goes. Who do Hawthorn nab themselves at pick 4 here? Oh, okay, a defender. That's not the greatest for us. Pick 4, I think, as a defender, Xavier Taylor would be interesting, but we've already got enough of those kind of guys. I think we go with Josh Lindsay here. My man ends up at the Hawks at pick 4. That's extraordinary. Or do we do Dylan Patterson or Yuland? Oh, boy. Nah, it's my draft. Stuff it. I'm taking Josh Lindsay at pick 4. Why not? This is meant to be fun. It's meant to be chaotic. It's not meant to be so serious. So let's go to Hawthorn. Take Josh Lindsay at pick 4. No one's taken a father-son or academy player yet, which is interesting. Essendon at pick 5. There would be plenty of selections that Essendon fans would be interested in here. So we like this a lot. Let's go to who the Bombers might be getting at 5. Another trade would be interesting. ESPN? Or is that going to be a key position? ESPN. All right. So who do ESPN have at 5? And if they are off the board, it'll be 6. Let's go to ESPN. Let's scroll down from Dersma. Pick 5. So Annabelle 3. Cooper Duff Tyler at 4. Ooh. And pick 5. Dyson Sharp is already off the board at 5. So that means Essendon have to take at 6. And that is Xavier Taylor, who ends up at the Bombers. I don't think they are too upset with that in the slightest to kickstart the Bombers' night here. Draft night. Chaos draft night, if you will. So I like that for the Bombers, who will take their second pick here at pick 6. This will technically be, but 5 and 6 are off the board for ESPN. Haven't had any of Cal Toomey yet. Haven't had a key position player yet. Haven't had a father-son here. Oh, the worst fit. Oh, shit. Who would be the worst fit? What do Essendon have? I mean, rebounding defenders, they've got a lot of... they keep telling me key forward. I think I talked about Essendon taking Schubert in a draft video, and Essendon fans got upset with me there because you've got Caddy, you've got Wright. Tom Edwards isn't technically a key forward, but you could say that he is a forward sort of generator. You've got Langford if you want to count him as a key forward. May, you've got there as well. You drafted Jerine as a ruck forward ruck kind of player. So I think I'm going to go key forward here again. Does Mitch Marsh count, or is he more of a hybrid? I mean, he's 191 centimetres. Is Jack Gunston a key forward? I wouldn't call Jack Gunston a key forward. So I am going to take here at this spot for the Bombers, Archie Ludowici. Oh boy. This is not going well for the Bombers. The Essendon people already think I'm anti-Essendon, and I'm not. I promise you I'm not. And if you don't believe me, I suppose that's on you. But, wow. So the Bombers there, Xavier Taylor and Archie Ludowici. There would be some clubs calling for next year's assets for maybe a tall or two. My goodness me. Let's go to Melbourne. We still haven't had a father-son or academy product here yet, which is interesting. But Melbourne at pick 7. What are we going to go with here? Melbourne at pick 7, defender. That actually works out for them really well. There are a lot of options here. We are going to take our first academy player off the board, and I'm going to say that Melbourne take Dylan Patterson. He's going to be the man that I am saying that Melbourne take here, which I like in a big, big way. So we will go Melbourne for their second pick, but they kickstart their draft with Dylan Patterson. Boy, that would be interesting. Let's see if they go double defender here. The Ds, this would be pick 8 for Dylan Patterson. A forward would be so good for them. It's not going to be the case. We're back to ESPN. I feel for Cal Toomey here, who's had no one come through yet at this point. But ESPN, we're looking at pick 8 for the Ds, unless they've already been taken, of course. Who is pick 8 is Sullivan Roby. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that's kind of a home run for the Ds, let's be honest. Wow. Okay. Sullivan Roby for the Demons. That would be such a good fit. Would be a dream come true. Again, there's no chance this comes out. That's not what this video is about. But I think if there was like a Christmas wish list, like that kind of thing for the Ds, Roby at 8 would be a godsend, a genuine godsend as well. So let's go to Carlton, who would love Harry Dean in this spot. The Hawks already had Noel Miraz, so I don't feel too bad about them doing that. And Will McCabe down back as well. So let's go to the Blues at 9. And they'll also have 11 as well, the Blues, which is going to be interesting. Cal Toomey, it looks like. Hey, welcome to the party, Big Cal. Carlton at pick 9. Who did you have at 9 in your last ranking? I know I'm doing this at the start of November, but of course, the November rankings haven't come out yet, have they? So this is going to be pick 9. So who is at 9 for Cal? Let's see. Scroll down. The Rocket. Annabelle's at 5. Annabelle's still on the board's kind of hilarious. Not going to lie. Roby at 6. Xavier Taylor at 7. So we need 9. Oh, Harry Dean was 8. 9. Dyson Sharp's already off the board. So let's keep scrolling till we find someone. Sam Cumming ends up at the Blues. Not the best fit, I suppose. I know they got rid of Corey Durden, but they picked up Will Hayward. I mean, it's not, again, it wouldn't be like the worst fit. Let's be honest. Not in the slightest, but again, not the worst, definitely. I love Sam as a player, absolutely. But I think, your half forwards, I mean, Elijah Hollins may be and not be at the club anymore, so maybe it's not the worst fit overall, but definitely wouldn't be the guy that I think would land at this spot, get to the Blues or anything like that. Again, don't hate it at all. And if they were able to get him CBAs after a couple of years, he would be a really good piece of a Carlton midfield, which is pretty close, I think, to being labelled as a little bit boring if all they're going to do is rotate Cripps, Hewitt, and Chera through there, which I hope they don't, but we'll see how that goes. Now, pick 10 originally was Hawthorns. That got traded to Richmond. So Richmond are back. They have Aiden Schubert and forced to trade. That's not great. Worst fit, hopefully not. Midfielder or Cal Toomey? Where's that going to stop? It's going to stop at midfielder. Now, I think the best option to take here is going to be Daniel Annabelle, I think. So that's what I'm going to go with. But Dan Annabelle ends up at the Tigers. They've already got a pretty good midfield mix, if we're being honest. Overall, so you've obviously got Taranto and Hopper that are going to be, helping that next generation come through. I know they got rid of Thompson Dow, but you've still got Smiley, Houghton that you're going to be able to rotate through there. We'll see if they can get either, say, Seth Campbell or Ryan Mansell more midfield minutes as well. Tyler Sonzi, who they gave the extra contract to, or the extra year contract to, I should say, and some others that I'm probably forgetting. Let's be honest, Kane McAuliffe, my man, the South Australian. But Annabelle at the Tigers, you would do a hell of a lot worse than ending up in this spot. So that, I don't know whether that trade really works for Richmond and Hawthorn, but that's the way that it goes. Back to Carlton, they would love father, son, or defender here, I feel like. Because you could end up with Harry Dean still, who would be a big part of what they want to do in this draft, obviously, or they may not end up with him. But key position, I think, is just going to be, it is key position, and let's lock in Harry Dean to that spot. I think with Schubert off the board at this point, I just don't think they go with a Mitch Marsh. They've already got Will Hayward they brought through there. I don't think they go with... who would be the next key forward on the board there that I'm thinking of? Maybe, Max King's probably not tall enough to get there, so you're looking at your Liam Heatherdens, I suppose there. There's a lot of hybrid forwards in this draft, I'm not going to lie to you. But Carlton still end up with Harry Dean, which is good for them, which we like. We go to GWS now in a big, big way. Let's roll through them. What's the Giants want? There's not a lot that would be a bad fit here, I don't think. A forward. Oh boy, I think we just have to go ahead and give them Lockie Doveston here, don't we? Let's have a think. We've got, who have we got off the board forward style? Ludowaiki off the board. Roby's already off the board. Cummings already off the board. So you got Doveston. You've got Pickett, who you might look at in this role. You've got Mitch Marsh. I'm not sure if they want the hybrid forward here. Max King to screw over the Swans makes a lot of sense, but I think you've just got to go with, because you've got Brent Daniels and Darcy Jones who can sort of get up the ground. Toby Green, obviously, is getting on a fraction. Am I just missing a really obvious small forward here? Like your actual 0 to 40 player? I feel like I might be, but anyway, I'm going to go with Lockie Doveston, who ends up here at the Giants. What a pickup that would be. Definitely not going to get that far, as we know, but that'll do in a big, big way. So that's pick 12. Pick 13 is going to be West Coast, who have already taken Dersmer and Sharp. They really kicked this off in a really good way, the Eagles, didn't they? My goodness gracious me. So anyway, here we go. The Eagles, the West Coast Eagles, probably don't want a midfielder here, to be honest. I wonder if worst fit would be midfield because of the midfielders they've already taken. Key position would be awesome if that holds. I think that would work out really well for them. Now, they already got Tyler Young. They already got Job Shanahan. Oh, key position, ruck. Cooper Duff Tyler's still on the board. Yeah, let's go do that. That works out brilliantly. Wow, West Coast have won this draft. Well done to you. That's extraordinary. Yeah, key position can be a ruckman. Absolutely, they can be. Key position, part of the spine. Spine is your ruck. So that has worked out almost too well for the Eagles. That's extraordinary. So we go to the Bulldogs. We then go to Gold Coast. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. The Bulldogs. What would be the worst fit for the Bulldogs? A key forward, probably. Liam Heatherton would be interesting. Worst fit would be a key forward. They need a key defender. Do they need another rebounding defender? They got Bailey Dale. Johannesson got let go of. So I don't think that's the worst fit there. A ruck. Actually, a ruck would be the worst fit. You've got English. You've got Darcy. Yeah, it's ruck or tall forward. You got Norton. Hugo Hagen's obviously gone, but Norton, Darcy. You got Jordan Croft, whether he's going to be a key forward there. I think ruck would be the worst fit. I really do. So let's go ahead and take... Do I take Zach McCarthy here? I think I do. Yeah. Although McCarthy could... I still think McCarthy's going to be a good player behind the ball. So let's go ahead and take Lewis Emmett. I think here would be the go. Lewis Emmett for the Bulldogs. Makes absolutely no sense for them to draft a guy who could play a little bit ruck, a little bit forward. They have enough of those. Sorry, Bulldogs fans, for getting screwed over. But that's kind of the way this is going to rock and roll. Now, because, of course, the academy bids and stuff don't exist anymore, Gold Coast have still got pick 15. So let's see what Gold Coast are going to do at 15 here. Ironically, the worst fit might be rebounding defender because they've got so many of them, but we'll see how that goes. And we're back at worst fit. Okay. Tall forward again would be the go. You've kept all of your key forwards. Midfielder? Would a midfielder be the worst fit? Because you've got the key 4. You still got Bailey Humphrey that can roll through there as a 5th. So that doesn't make a whole lot of sense for them to draft a midfielder. Midfielder or key forward? Oh, interesting. I'm going to go key forward as the worst fit. They've also got ruck. So, like, ruck forward could work as well. Taj Murray here, I think, might be the go as worst fit. Or Liam Heatherton. Who do I want to do? Who do I want to go here? Who do I want to go? Who do I want to go? Make a choice, Daz. All right, Liam Heatherton. I'm going to say. I don't think it would make sense to have a power forward with Ben King still there. Now, it might age really well if Ben King's going to be long-term at the Suns or not. We can wait and see, but I might lock in Liam Heatherton there to the Suns is where I'm going to go there. Let's go to the Crows, who have got 16. Only one trade so far. Kind of getting a little sick and tired of worst fit here, so let's see if we can change that up. It's going to be worst fit again. What are we doing here? My God. Worst fit for the Crows. What do the Crows not need? Key defender. You really don't need a key defender. Let's be honest. So would Blake Threadgold here be the worst fit? You've still got Nick Murray. You've still got Mark Keane. You've still got Jordan Butts. Josh Worrell. Yeah, I think key defender might be the worst fit here for the Crows. So let's go ahead and give them Blake Threadgold. Which would make no sense for the Crows. Let's see if we can get something different here. Maybe I'll take worst fit off the board, maybe. It's happening a bit too much for my liking. Anyway, let's go. Who's next? Brisbane are next up. Well, it's not worst fit. Let's give Brisbane a defender. Ooh, okay. Zeke Euland is still on the board here, which is really interesting. Do we give Brisbane Eulands? Do we want to give them... Starcevic is left, but Noah Answorth's going to take his role. You've got Kitty Coleman coming back alongside Zorko, Wilmot, and Fletcher. So I don't know if Euland would be the best fit here, because we do want a good fit, because it doesn't say worst fit. So Oscar Taylor might actually be the option here. Jacob Farrow still on the board as well. Ooh, interesting. I think I'm going to go... Oh, I don't know who to go. They don't really need another key defender, to be honest. I don't know if Elliot Duffield's going to be the go here. But But I think you can't just turn down the ultimate class that Zeke Euland has got. So let's go ahead and give Brisbane Zeke Euland here at pick 17, which is a good way to go about it, I reckon. So Brisbane at 16 take Zeke Euland. He's the best defender on the board so far, so let's go ahead and do that. Plenty of good names left on the list. Let's go to the Suns. Back to the Suns. ESPN. Oh boy, who do ESPN have at pick 18? Let's see who ESPN have got at 18. So Roby was at 8. We remember that. We need 18. If they're still on the board, of course. If they're not, next available player, no matter what. Noah Hibbins-Hargreaves at 15. Farrow at 16. Is that Mitch Marsh there? It is Mitch Marsh. That's 17, I think, is Mitch Marsh. Let's keep scrolling. Oscar Taylor ends up at the... Oscar Taylor is still on the board. Yep, that's Xavier Taylor I took before, Daz. You absolute peanut. Oscar Taylor ends up at the Suns. Is it just me, or do I really like that? I know 182 centimeters is the same size as Patterson is. He's got a little bit more duality than Patterson does. I know Patterson high rated, and so he should be, given the form that he has shown for sure. But I don't think there would be one Gold Coast fan that would be upset at that if the Father-Son Academy things weren't real. That's really interesting. I like this. All right, Geelong at 19 are probably going to end up with someone awesome. So that's going to suck, but we'll see how that goes. Geelong at 19 will end up with a ruck would be funny. Is it ruck or forward? It's a ruckman. It's a forward. Damn it. Oh, don't want that. Oh, I think it's Noah Hibbins-Hargreaves. It's Mitch Marsh. This could also be a key forward as well, which they need. Heatherton's off the board, though. Ludowiki's off the board. Schubert's off the board. I think it's Mitch Marsh, or it's Noah Hibbins-Hargreaves. I think Marsh for the height, for the agility. Ugh, I hate this so much. I told you they were going to get someone really good. Mitch Marsh ends up at the Cats. Well done, Geelong. See, even luck gives Geelong help. Sick of it. Oh, stuff them. I mean, and you know what sucks about Geelong as well as a Hawthorn fan is that I have not met a bad one of their fans, like on the channel or interacting with online. Like, some of them can be as obnoxious, but so are everyone. Like, everyone's got obnoxious fans on Twitter, right? That's not where you judge it from. But Geelong fans have always been really good to me on the channel, and I feel like them being nice to me makes me hate Geelong more. Because if they sucked as people, I could be like, all of this hate is profound. Like, it makes sense that the hate is here. It doesn't. They're too nice. That is my big problem with Geelong. Their fans are too nice. Let's go to Freo at pick 20. Plenty of good options here, to be honest. Max King would be a great get. Defender works very well because they can just go ahead and take Jacob Farrow here in a big way. So Freo, luck out here, I think. Jacob Farrow at 20. A guy who I am really considering getting Freo up the board with in my mock draft and I'm going to probably put this out as a short or something like that, but what you need to understand when I do a mock draft, I'm not doing club predictions. It's not who I think your club is going to take. It's I'm the list manager. What would I do? So I want you to keep that in mind, because if I haven't made that clear enough, I apologize, but I'm making it clear for you now. So 20, Freo, Jacob Farrow. 21 is the Bombers, who have already taken Xavier Taylor and Archie Ludowiki here. So worst fit would be another key forward. Oh, shit. I don't know whether we'd count Max King as a key forward, but we'll see how that goes. But key position wouldn't be the worst way to go. Ruck would be a kick in the teeth. Forward works. Roby off the board, of course. You've got Noah Hibbins-Hargreaves on the board. You've got Max King on the board in a way as well. I don't know. I think I'd probably put Zach McCarthy in the ruck realm here. But I have mocked Sam Cumming to the Bombers a lot, so I think I just got to go ahead and take, or do I give them Latrell Pickett? Because they've still got, I could give them Hussein El Akar too. I think it might be too early to take him, to be honest. Wow. This is actually tough. What do I want to do? I think I'm going to go with Noah. I really do. So Noah Hibbins-Hargreaves ends up at the Bombers at pick 21. Wowza. Wowza, wowza. All right, let's close that. Let's go to the Hawks at 22. So Noah Hibbins-Hargreaves ends up at the Bombers. Who would be the worst fit at the Hawks? What have we got enough of? Small forwards, I think, would be the pick there. What else have we got? What else don't we need? Rebounding defenders we don't need, especially considering we also took Josh Lindsay as well. I honestly think this just might be a rebounding defender that I think we need to take. Worst fit, key forward? Considering we've still got Chol, Lewis, Deer, Gunston. Key defender, Battle, Barras. We let go of Frost. We've still got Miraz, McCabe. There's a lot of options here. Worst fit. The Hawks aren't missing a lot structurally. I think the worst fit positionally that would make the least amount of sense would be a small forward. So worst fit-wise being a small forward, I'm going to go with Latrell Pickett to end up at the Hawks. Wouldn't make a whole lot of sense given the way that the system, the way that the Hawks structurally are set up. Max Kondoyanis would be a pick here too, sort of as a Timu Sicily, I suppose. That might have been the way to go. But I am going to go with Latrell Pickett here. I just don't think the Hawks need another small forward. I really don't. So what do we got? 1 to go. Brisbane. As we rock and roll through, what are we going to get? A ruckman for Brisbane would be really weird. Forward? All right, we're going to go forward. Oh, boy. Well, you lost, or you're going to lose Calamachi. So I think the option here is to go... with Max King, to be honest. So that's what I'm going to do. Brisbane get Max King. I've dropped my pen. I'm going beautifully. I've found it. So Brisbane end up with Max King. So I'm going to display here at the end, guys, all of the picks, the draft board from our Chaos draft. This was a lot of fun to do. It's a little bit silly, which I like. In terms of ideas, I think maybe like a reach sort of thing, or a bolter, maybe. To sort of go through the realm there, just to spice it up a little bit. But this was really fun. If this gets, like I said, 100 likes, then I will do it again. Might do it a couple more times. We'll see how popular this gets. But a lot of fun. Let me know how unhappy you are with your picks down below. I appreciate you watching, guys. I will see you in the next video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Click the like as well. Be kind to yourselves, kinder to one another, and I'll see you in the next one.